Say you're in a big Hessian bag. It's quite cosy in there. You can breathe quite easily. It's pretty dark, but that's all right. You're not uncomfortable. And then there's some movement in you, and you put your head out and you see there's a big world, or sky, and light around you. And you move a little more, and you come gradually more and more out of the bag until you're out of the bag, and all the time you're seeing a greater and greater view of everything. You can look around and you can sense the vastness of it all. And you're not concerned about the bag anymore. You just leave it behind. It's still there, but you're not concerned about it. Whereas before you might have been, to keep yourself warm, and you don't need it now. Now that's an analogy of entering the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the center of your body. It symbolizes the way out of the bag of the body. Everything else is part of the body and keeps you in existence. You can have an intellectual freedom, but we're not after an intellectual freedom. We're after a real freedom. And the solar plexus, strangely enough, which is just at the pit of the stomach, which is under the breastplate there, a very tender place. That is the center of the body consciousness. Now, plexus sounds like a fancy word, is a fancy word, sounds a bit Latin, but it's not. Comes from complex. Complex, plexus. In this case, it means an internet or interconnection, or a fine nerves. That's as far as the body's concerned. But the body is only a symbol. And in the body are these symbols. And the main one that I'm talking about now is the solar plexus. That's something that you have. You can show Kimber, if you would, please, where it is. There it is. Very, very tender place. And if any of the boys or girls ever poke you like that, you'll lose your breath immediately and bend over, because it's such a tender place, even in the body. So it's a plexus, a complex. Now, in connection with the analogy of the bag, that's where you are. The more still you become and are able to focus your intelligence simply on that, at any time, simply on that, because there's nothing there. There's no feeling in it. If there's sensation in it, then you just got to keep looking at it and the sensation will disappear, and gradually, perhaps, it is possible to put your head, as it were, not your head but your intelligence, let's say, into that place. And you will know that you've entered something that is indescribable, a space that is indescribable, something new. You won't be able to say what it is, except you'll have that knowledge. Now, just getting your head in there is just not the end of it. You could keep going in there like you kept coming out of the bag of the body. And your intelligence can keep going in there, but you've got to be very still. Like now. Now what's in there? Well, where I come from, it's not called solar plexus for no reason. Solar means central. Solar is sun. It's the sun complex. It's the beginning of, let us say, escape from sensory existence. Not escape, but the entry into a vaster field, like the solar system rather than the earth system. That's just to use a symbolism. But it's something in your body that you can go to. It's nothing, mind you. The more you go into it, the more you're nothing. And the more, because it's the centre of the body, the more the centre ripples out, as it were, and becomes the whole body. And the whole body then is not what it used to be. In other words, you're detached from the body. You're sort of still in the body. You could still feel the pain if someone stood on your toe. You still feel that. But somehow or other, something is different. Like the bag is left behind. It's not left behind, it's just there behind you. But you're not attached to it as you used to be.